think this is the model of what workforce housing in California is going to be like. It's high density, it's transit oriented, it's very energy efficient, it's affordable, and it's attractive to the community. I just learned that we have 1,500 applications. And I drilled down with the manager because I think they always sandbag me about this stuff. 1,500 applications and 1,000 people on the waiting list. And the people are all from right here. They're all from right here in the community. So this is workforce housing as it's going to be. I think the project's edgy. I think it's edgy. And when you think of me, I know you don't think of edgy, but I think when you think of Jacobs, you do think of something that's edgy. Jacobs has brought so much to the community in terms of investment and assemblage and entitlements and the master planning and development and investment, of course, investment. So what does it take to build a Trolley Park Terrace? Products like this are expensive. They cost a lot of money to build with this density. It costs a lot of money to make them energy efficient, to have parking structures and so forth. But these are the policies of the state. The state wants our communities to develop with workforce housing that's transit-oriented, dense, efficient, and so forth. And they put their money where their mouth is. We have received $6 million from the state of California to do this project. And that's because it is a transit-oriented infill development. Now, the most important money we got was from the local lenders, from the commission with $3.5 million, from Civic San Diego, from Jacobs. Jacobs has a $1.4 million investment in this project. And I say that's the most important because it's the first money we get, and it's the money we showed the state of California, the Department of Housing and Community Development, that there was local support and commitment for the project. And so while the total amount of a subsidy is high, the commission's subsidy is actually lower per unit than it would typically be. This sort of project would typically take $50,000 to $150,000. And I know that because I've been pilloried at the commission for asking for that much money. The commission's investment here is about $70,000 a unit. So it's a lot of money in total, but it's an efficient use of state money and an efficient use of local money. I'd like to take a little credit on behalf of my team for the outcome. While the projects are expensive to build, we think it's our obligation to use that public money efficiently. The project was built 48 days ahead of schedule, and check this out, $900,000 under budget. We weren't even incentivized to do that because all of those savings are returned to the various soft lenders in the deal, the local lenders, and with a special preference to the Jacobs Center. So we're very proud of that. So without further ado, Mr. Mayor, would you please say a few words? Thank you. Kevin Faulkner.
Thank you. Well, good morning. I think Jim's edgy. What do you think? But Jim, thank you. It's just great to be here. As I'm looking at Councilmember Cole with a smile on her face, a smile on my face, of all of us, I think we've seen the progress of this remarkable place over the last year for events here right next door at the Jacobs Center, and to be here, see the kids having fun. This is what it's all about. This is such a great project for this neighborhood, but really for the city as a whole. And Trolley Park Terrace is the kind, as Jim just hit on, the kind of smart development that our city needs to continue to do to bring affordable housing to the families that need it the most. It's why, and it's why this is a special area, a special neighborhood, because it's such a great neighborhood with such great people and such great opportunity. It's one of the reasons that I took the oath of office right behind us here at the Jacobs Center, because of that opportunity that when we work together, we can make great things happen. And so the fact that working with the City Council and our community leaders, we've made sure that neighborhoods that have not been getting their fair share of resources in the past, that's changing, that they are getting the parks, the infrastructure, and indeed the housing that they need. And together, that's how we're working. And I think the good news is so much more to come. Together we've secured the President's Promise Zone designation here for this area. That's going to give our community an edge in federal funding, help to create jobs, education, provide access to affordable housing, and make for safer neighborhoods. Recently, we secured $4 million transportation grant to make our streets and sidewalks safer, right here in this beautiful neighborhood. And these apartments, I think, are really another way we are showing residents here in Southeast San Diego that we see their potential. And sometimes the key to unlocking that is a key to a place that you call your own. That's what this is all about. We are in a great location, so wait for the plane. We are in a great location, of course, so residents have access to everything they need, trolley line, bus line, and of course, convenient options to go to school or to work right here in this area. Walking distance to a grocery store, restaurants, and of course the first drugstore in the community, the Walgreens, that opened last year. Again, where we're all pleased to be there and cut the ribbon. I think something that I don't know if Jim mentioned, but really the on-site service that are going to be here as part of this opportunity. Financial literacy, computer, and English as a second language classes will also be here on site. And of course, it is LEED certified, environmentally friendly, which means it's built to some of the highest levels of sustainability. Again, what we are trying to encourage more and more of here in San Diego. I want to thank Rick Gentry. I want to thank Frank Tassin and the entire San Diego Housing Commission for really creating affordable housing options for families right here at Trolley Park Terrace, and for bringing so many partners together. Jim highlighted that, but I'm going to reiterate that. We do projects like this when we bring people together. It's not easy. It's not inexpensive. But it's worth it when we see the difference that it's going to make in so many lives of our fellow San Diegans. Jim, I want to thank you and Chelsea Investment Corporation. I want to thank Reginald Jones and the Jacobs Center for Neighborhood Innovation, the terrific work that they are continuing to do. So much is going to continue to happen here. I said hello and want to thank Kevin Kilbane and Raymond Janes, Tax Credit Funds, and the team at City Community Capital and Emerson Construction. And of course, a special thanks to our council member for District 4, Myrtle Cole, who continues to be a driving force for the positive change that is happening here in this neighborhood. And as I said before, we're just getting started. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here today. This is exactly the things that we're going to be doing more and more of throughout the city of San Diego. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is the one and only distinguished council member from this area, Myrtle Cole.
Thank you.
I keep saying, Mayor, Reginald, Rick, Jim, we got to stop meeting like this because people are going to start talking. And so they should. So they should. I want to thank everyone who took their time out of their busy schedule to be here today. And what a great and exciting day it is. When a development proposal is approved, we see designs, renderings, plans, but it's always difficult to truly understand what it will look like in real form. And once again, I'm blown away. I am blown away. I have to say this because this property is gorgeous. It was just about 15 months ago that I stood here with President and CEO Rick Gentry of the San Diego Housing Commission, President and CEO of the Jacobs Center, Reginald Jones, and everyone with shovels in hand for the groundbreaking event of this development. Also Jim. And now, here we are in front of Trolley Park Terrace, a brand new apartment complex which will offer 53 new homes with exceptional access to San Diego's second largest public transit station. Rents ranging from 18 to 26% below market rate. These affordable residential units will open up high-quality housing options to low-income families in this community who can't otherwise afford the escalating costs of living in our neighborhoods. As the mayor said, on-site computer literacy programs, financial literacy, English as a second language, residents will also have the chance to build valuable skills to increase their learning potential. You know, just over a week ago, I spoke at another ribbon cutting for the opening of the new Skyline Hills Library, a facility that was built in just 1 year's time. That too was a deeply inspiring and emotional event. Seeing projects like this in my district being completed and knowing the impact they have in the daily lives of our local families, it's truly a driving force for me and many here today. So that's why I want to say a special thank you to Mayor Kevin Faulkner, Reginald Jones, Rick Gentry, Jim Schmidt, and Chelsea Investment Corporation for your excellent work on this. You just keep doing great jobs, Jim. We're going to keep you. We're going to keep you. I am truly grateful for this partnership, and I look forward to your continued support as we fight to harness the undeniable potential for growth, development, and investment throughout the 4th Council District. Like I always say, what do I say? The best council district in the city of San Diego. Thank you so much.
I think it's an extremely business-friendly environment here in the 4th District, and I really mean that. I know that's an initiative of the mayor and an initiative of yours, Councilmember Cole, and also of the Jacobs Center. So we're telling everybody about the 4th District, except our competitors. Okay. Next speaker is Frank Tassin, who is a very distinguished member of the Board of Commissioners of the San Diego Housing Commission. Please.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, good morning, everybody. What a great day to be here today. You know what? I've been a commissioner for about 3 years or so at the Housing Commission, and I'm still learning a whole lot about how this agency works. I just recently had an opportunity to participate in a conference, a national conference of housing commissions, and I gained a great deal of appreciation for how the country looks at the San Diego Housing Commission as leaders in this industry. And this project that we're celebrating here today is an example of the type of product that we're bringing forward to help folks with low-income housing. 5 years ago, the San Diego Housing Commission, we had a vision for this property here. We knew that this would be an ideal place to be able to build a project like this right next to public transit. It became actually part of our official strategic transit-oriented development plan. Made a lot of sense. We embraced it 100%. So it's great to be here today to see this beautiful project, to see that vision has become a reality of being able to open a project like this, right next to the public transit system. Families here will be able to access, as Jim indicated, the bus or the trolley to go to work, go to school, go shopping, or simply go enjoy San Diego all around. It's also important to point out that our partnership here, that it remain affordable for 55 years. That's a big deal. Of these 51 these 51 apartments are affordable for families of income from the 30 to the 60% of the San Diego area median income. That's approximately $25,000 to $51,000 for a family of 4, to give you a perspective. Now, the Housing Commission made this partnership possible by investing about 78% of the funding toward the total development cost of about $23 million. The Housing Commission invested a $3.1 million loan for the development of the Trolley Park Terrace. $2 million came from the Home Investment Partnerships Program, funds granted by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to the City of San Diego and administered by us at the Housing Commission. $1.1 million from the City of San Diego's Inclusionary Housing Fund, which we also administer. The Housing Commission authorized the issuance of $15 million in multifamily housing revenue bonds, which are allocated by the state of California. I want to thank Councilmember Myrtle Cole and your colleagues on the City Council for approving the loan to issue these bonds. Congratulations to Jim and Chelsea Investment Corporation and the Jacobs Center for Neighborhood Innovation. And thank you to Mayor Kevin Faulkner. This is what your One San Diego vision is all about. It's showing here today. We're celebrating it. You're seeing it happen. Finally, I want to thank and congratulate our CEO, Rick Gentry, for all your leadership and making these projects become a reality. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We are indeed blessed with one of the great housing commissions in the country. I say that in all sincerity. You've done a terrific job. So now, Reginald Jones from the Jacobs Center, please come up and say a few words. Reginald is, I'm going to say nice stuff, come on up, is our partner and boss in the deal. We had the typical glitches in closing the deal, which the commission helped us resolve, and we exchanged cell phone numbers at that point so that if we had another glitch, we could just talk directly. There was never one more call, so that's how the deal has gone. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you so much, Jim. And thank you all for being here today. Today is another milestone. We celebrate 52 units of affordable housing here in District 4, the best district in the city. We are pleased to offer this opportunity for families to live and enjoy this area of San Diego. I must say, this is a milestone. We celebrate with the opening of Trolley Park Terrace today. Over 3 years, $34 million in construction projects through the Jacobs Center for Neighborhood Innovation, and we've only just begun. A new Walgreens, which we celebrated the opening of Choyas Creek, the new creek restoration, and now here, the grand opening of Trolley Park Terrace. We have a master plan that we're ready to implement that will call for more than 800 units of housing for families to come into this community to live and to enjoy. We look forward to offering that opportunity to expand the quality of life here in Southeast San Diego. I must say I want to thank for sure all of the investment partners. Many of them have been noted here. I want to extend appreciation to Rick Gentry, who from my time of arrival in Chicago has been, in San Diego from Chicago. I don't want to get away, but how about those Cubs? That's a little edgy, right, Jim? I guess I'll be edgy Reggie up here. But anyway, Rick has been tremendous counsel and support to all that I seek to achieve here in the master plan, working with the Jacobs family. I'm pleased to recognize Norm Hapke, who serves now as chair of the board of the Jacobs Family Foundation and Jacobs Center for Neighborhood Innovation. The Jacobs family is truly committed to revitalizing, in partnership with residents and the leadership here in Southeast San Diego, a vibrant community town center. We also are very appreciative of the support that we have received from Mayor Kevin Faulkner and the city of San Diego to really create a dynamic place here in Southeast San Diego, part of his pledge of One San Diego. I have to say, and I say this all the time, I arrived in San Diego as Mayor Faulkner was coming into office, and I heard a lot in his political speech about really building a region that creates opportunities for all communities. And I said to myself, you know what? Timing is everything. Well, Mayor, you have shown to be truly committed to all of your campaign promises, and you have shown great support for the redevelopment work that we are doing here in Southeast San Diego, really trying to bridge opportunity in this community to connect it with the larger opportunity across the region. For that, I say thank you, and this entire community should be appreciative to you in that regard. With that being said, I do want to acknowledge the partnership that we've had with Chelsea Development. What more can you ask for? A project that is delivered ahead of schedule and under budget, and really as wonderful as this, to offer such high quality living to families at an affordable rate here in Southeast San Diego. Thank you so much for your quality work, Jim. Thank you.
You could ask for there to be no air traffic when we have our grand opening, and I'll drop your name when I pass that along, see if that gets the job done. So I want to acknowledge a couple of folks here today before we go to our final speaker. Mark Longstaff back from McKinley, who did the edgy design, thank you. Gary DiPrato, where are you? Back there, Gary is the executive in charge at Hyder Property Management in charge of this project. They're doing a fabulous job. Zion Patton, is that a great name for a construction guy? Zion is our director of construction and is responsible for the timing and cost savings. And finally, Randy Slabers, who's over here, who's our project manager for the overall project. So thank you, Randy. Great job to both of you guys. Our final speaker is Kevin Kilbane. We talked a lot from the Raymond James Tax Credit Equity Group. There is private capital in this project, and there's a lot of it. This district's been shorted on that capital for a long time. That's just a fact. And I think through the efforts of the mayor and Ms. Cole and Reginald, that situation's changing. The construction and permanent debt is provided by City Community Capital. That's a fancy name for Citibank. Howley is here representing them today. And $9 million of tax credit equity, which this is a good deal, guys. They give us $9 million. We don't pay it back. It stays right here in the community. A very good deal. So more of that hopefully will be forthcoming from Kevin. Would you like to say a few words?
No disrespect, Reginald, I split time between Cleveland and San Diego, so how about those Indians? So, we can do maybe a little private wager here. Well, thank you. As Jim mentioned, I work for Raymond James Tax Credit Funds. We're a publicly traded company. The tax credit group has been doing business in affordable housing since 1986, and we've raised about $6.5 billion of equity in affordable housing across the country since its inception. I was kind of looking at the numbers today of what we've done with the Chelsea investment. We obviously made a big commitment to California. I met in San Diego in particular. I met Jim in 2009. I think when the market was pretty much constrained by capital and we invested in a property there in Chula Vista. They've been a great partner ever since. I think we've closed about a dozen transactions, about $140 million in equity and about 900 units of affordable housing. And all but one are here in San Diego County. So clearly, they've been a great partner. They always operate with the utmost integrity, the utmost professionalism, and they've got a great track record. So we certainly look forward to more opportunities. It's our first investment with them, partnering with the Jacob Center, and certainly we're glad to have you guys as a partner. So, but clearly, we're just kind of one piece of the puzzle. I mean, these are developments take a lot of funding sources and a lot of people doing a lot of heavy lifting, and it's definitely an example of how public and private partnerships can really, at the end of the day, contribute 52 units of much-needed, high-quality, affordable housing. And obviously, we're glad to be part of this with the Housing Commission, the Mayor's Office, City Council, City Community Capital, and the state, as well as Chelsea and Jacob Center. So, thank you for letting us have this opportunity, and we look forward to a successful partnership over the next 15 years. So, and go Indians.